direct check 2, start from verse 1. Because we talking about getting that inward man right, okay? Because you know in that very day, you're going to have many that say, Lord, 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 haven't we prophesied? Haven't we cast demons out? Haven't we done marvelous works for your name's sake? You know? And now realizing at the end of the day, if your heart ain't right with the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't working with that inward man, then how can you show forth of your love for God, man? You know? You got it? Direct check 2 and starting from verse 1.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
He said, prepare your soul for temptation. You know? He said, when you come to serve the Lord, you want to prepare your soul for temptation. Meaning, when you come to serve the Lord, the temptations that's going to be coming to you is to stop you from serving the Lord. Okay? Them principalities, them darker forces, them spiritual wicked things that are in high places. Why is it saying it's in high places? Because they on the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father, man. Many think at the end of the day, like, how you think Yahushua was able to cast the spirit legion out of that man and cast them into the swine's flesh? Why? Because the swine's flesh is unclean, man.
Yeah, I'm saying it is the highest place, right?
Yeah.
Did Job not say that this world is
it's been given to the hands of the wicked. That's Job 9 and 24.
The wicked is acting surprisingly in a ruling phase right now.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, it's definitely not.
Yes. And then peep this. They in high places. In the natural, right? Okay. Esau, you know, Edom is in naturally in the high places, and you got the other nations as well. But if you look at it, to anything that you do see in the natural, it first started off in the supernatural. This is why when you look at the scriptures in the Bible, it's telling you plain and clear how the Most High God is in control of all of these things. And he has passed that authority down unto his only begotten Son, who we cleave unto. Not through this person and what they say, as they formulate their cults or their religions or anything like that, and truly making a mockery of the Lord's name. You know, taking the Lord's name in vain.
That's what I would get that.
You know? Okay. But no, that was just, you know what I mean, just bringing it up on that behalf.
Verse 1 again.
No, hit verse 2.
Okay.
Because we got verse 1.
Inside thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
And constantly do what?
And constantly endure.
He said, set your heart aright, meaning your heart is of your mind. He's saying, have your mind to be in the right place. You know? Because if your mind ain't in the right place, how can you ever have your house in order, man? In the book of Joshua, man, he made it known plain and clear. Joshua said, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. But before you can even have anybody to serve the Lord that's within your household, you got to know what it's like to be in a relationship with the Lord on your own by having control over the members within your body, you know, through his righteousness. That's what's going to help you to understand what it means to truly serve Yahweh Shah, to serve the Heavenly Father, man. You know? Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright, constantly endure.
And constantly what?
And constantly endure.
And he said constantly endure. You know? The Lord is making it known plain and clear, like you want to have your heart to be in the right place with him. And if there's anything that's being set upon you, you want to constantly endure. Why? Because what is happening to you, you ain't understanding what's going on in the supernatural in your life. Sometimes we go through certain things. Key point, we go through certain things. How can you expect to break through? You got to break through. Get through it. But he's the one that's being your strength. So that's why he's making it known to you to set your heart in the right place and constantly endure. Go ahead.
Make not haste in the time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble, meaning don't be so quick to flee. To be like, or say, oh, I give up. Go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
You see, at the latter end, the last end, man, he's talking about at the end of that phase. It may not even be so much as in like when after Jacob's trouble, or when Yahushua returns and we get into the kingdom. It may not even be that. It may be, because we don't know when Yahushua is going to return. We just know, I feel it in my spirit, he's already here. But him making a move, hey man, he can't do nothing without the Father's command. Though the authority is given unto him. You see? Though the authority was given unto him by the Father, he still can't take that authority and put it over the Father. You gotta have that respect, man. But that all goes in place of keeping your house in order, man. Meaning you gotta know what it means to serve the Lord for yourself. Many come in this truth and they learn how to serve the Lord through others, and they end up emulating their styles or emulating their way of living. And in the midst of emulating their way of living, they end up having the things that they're supposed to take care of, they end up losing. You got some that have women that they're dealing with, and they be there with the woman with balance, right? Because the Lord had blessed that man with that woman, and now that man, he get inside the truth, as he say, and now he's having himself to take on what other men are doing, okay? And in the midst of other men and what they do, you end up making things grievous for the woman that the Lord blessed you with. So in the midst of all of that, now what the Lord was intended for you to do, okay, according to ministry, and that woman that you may have been dealing with may have supposed to have been playing a part inside of that, but you may push that away because of your ignorance and following after man and what they do, because they inside of a bitter place, And I've learned sometimes you got to be careful, because you can end up taking on a spirit that may not be suitable for you in these last days, and what you're supposed to be doing and what is expedient for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, where you're in place of giving them the glory. And many of our people got to wake up and come into this knowledge and understand some people are in a place of bitterness, man, and they're set in their own ways. And who normally are always set in their own ways is those who are older, man. A lot of older people be set in their ways. They can't take nothing that's being said to them at the moment. They feel as though they know everything, and that's not wise, man. But that shows you at the end of the day where many of our people fall victim to. They fall victim to the ways of others. And don't get me wrong, you got some people who may shed light to you that got you in a place of where you at, where it's like, okay, you picked up some good qualities off of them, okay? You seen the bad qualities, but you didn't feed off of them to the point where you add those things onto yourself. No, you learned what you had to learn off of them, and you still stood 10 toes down to who you truly are. Every day we supposed to be learning. Every day is supposed to be a day of yourself showing to the Heavenly Father you appreciate Him giving you another day, okay? Where you appreciate His compassions and His mercies, And at the same time, while you appreciating His compassions and mercies, you understanding at the end of the day, He's allowing you to live on and on for His name's sake, man. And that's something that you should feel honored about, But why don't they do that? Because 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 26, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will. See, that goes with those principalities, those darker forces, spiritual wickedness in high places. That goes with in Sirach, chapter 2, when he talks about the temptation. When my son, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Meaning, when you come in to serve the Lord, you got to understand, you're going to be tempted to stop serving the Lord, man. You see? Yeah. And that goes with the principalities, man. And they will work on you, man. That's why when you look at the scriptures, they said pride is before destruction, as a haughty spirit before the fall. If somebody is set in their ways and they ain't willing to be a leading example, then they mislead. And if they mislead, they causing you to go off. you know? And these are things you got to be very, very attentive to, you know? Because we all doing the best that we can. Regardless what age we're at right now. You got those who are in their 50s and 60s who laboring for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? Some sincere about it and some not sincere about it. And you got those who are younger, you know? But overall, we brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? The main thing we should be focusing on is staying focused on exalting Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not our own selves. Okay? Not our own selves. And not no other man. Okay? If there's exhortation we bring in amongst each other to keep us on fire, that's understanding. Iron sharpened fire. You know? Because when that sword is sharp, it's not only sharp it ain't only sharp, but that joint look good too. You see? But we gotta learn how to recover ourselves out of the snares of devils, man. Sometimes deceivers will paint a narrative for you to follow, and the next thing you know, you up there being led into a place, walking into something that's like a cult, man. And don't realize that Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't dealing with nothing that's like that. See, others would turn around and label us as in like, yo, you in a cult. Because we want to keep God's commandments. And because we want to live by his righteousness. You see? We follow after his commandments, not man's commandments. Because we know man's commandments is only going to make things to be more grievous for us. Because they operating in a state of being over righteous, man. You can't do this, you can't do that. Where does it say that in the scriptures? You know? Well, it's just this and it's just that. Well, look, man. You willing to chop my head off and willing to send 50 other men at me, all because at the end of the day, I'm standing in the place of wanting to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua sincerely. You see? Some people nitpick with certain things and try to run with it to control the narrative so that limelight can stay on them. And it's like, no, that's not where we're supposed to be at, man. You see, this is why the whole message is about having your house in order, man. Having your house in order. Because your house being in order reflects what is being established within the heavens.